Now I mentioned in that drawing we did earlier on today that my T-square has gone a little bit wobbly, and if I move this up and down here, you may not be able to see it in the video, but I can feel a little bit of a very kind of small wobble. Okay, a little bit of movement, and that's actually making a mess of my drawings. So I had to fix it anyway, so we may as well make a video to show you guys what to do when this happens to yours. Now the reason it happens is that the wood is not all that hard. It is oak, but it's still soft enough, and it'll just elongate the holes slightly. So we're going to take it apart. You can do this by hand or with a drill like this. Don't lose the screws. Okay, and now I have my T-square in two pieces. So if you look very closely here, you'll see that this actually was glued, and eventually the glue breaks down. Now, the key to doing these ones is to realize it doesn't have to be perfectly at 90 degrees. It just needs to be approximately 90 and rigid. And that way, if it's at 91 degrees, your whole drawing just tipped by 1 degree, and frankly, who cares? So we're going to use this bit of wood glue, which I really should have prepared earlier, but here we have it. Standard little bit of normal wood glue. Okay, you can get them smaller things, but I do a few projects, so I have a big one. And sometimes it gunks up in the top, and I'm just going to use a little bit of a tip of the compass to pop it out. Okay, now, so I'll put a splodge of wood glue onto this. Okay, we can kind of see where it would want to be. There we go. Don't go mad, but if you don't put enough there, we can always wipe away the excess. It's no big deal. Okay, we want a good bit of contact. So there's my wood glue. Now I'll pop this guy back down in place, and you'll actually be able to see the holes. So I'm just going to put a few of them in there. So by popping the screw through like this, I can feel very easily for the hole, and it's easy enough to see when it pops into place. So there it is. Now, be very careful putting the screws back in, because if you're using a power tool like this, you will rip through the threads in no time. So just either do it by hand or nice and gentle. Okay, and I would kind of say if you're not used to your power tools, just stick it in by hand. Okay, now there we go. We'll put a second one in there. All right, so what I'll do is I'm going to pop these screws back in, not going mad on the tightness yet. I'm just putting them back in a little bit firm. Okay, you might tighten it up again afterwards. Right, and the key to using the wood glue right is to clamp it. So I'm going to take my little clamp like this. Again, you can put a load of weight on it if you don't have a clamp at home. We're going to set this guy up. See if we can get this nicely on camera. Just like that. I'm going to clamp it firmly. Okay, you'll see in your bit of wood glue. Okay, we'll just move this bit so you can see what we're doing. You'll see on your wood glue instructions how long it takes to dry. Give that a good firm bit of clamp. You will see the excess glue squishing out there. So you're just going to grab a little bit of a towel and we'll mop that off. And I haven't got one set up, but we'll do it afterwards so you can get the idea. Leave this set, give the screws a final gentle little nip, and your T-square is back to the way it should be.